Let's play a game. Think of something you've always wanted to do but never tried because you were afraid of failing. Got it? Now, imagine how different your life would be if you had given it a shot. In the next few minutes, I'm going to challenge you to rethink everything you believe about failure and success. Get ready to discover how a growth mindset can turn your biggest fears into your greatest opportunities. Hey there, welcome back to our journey of self-discovery. Today we're diving into something that might be holding you back without you even realizing it. The hidden trap of a fixed mindset. You know that feeling when you're stuck in a loop, always hitting the same wall no matter how hard you try? Well, that's your fixed mindset at work. And it's time we shine a light on this sneaky saboteur. Let me introduce you to Sarah, a talented artist with a passion for painting. Sarah's got skills that could light up any gallery. But here's the catch. She's never shown her work to anyone. Why? Because she's terrified of criticism. It's like she's built this invisible wall around her art, which is keeping her safe but also hidden. Now you might be thinking, well, isn't Sarah just being cautious? But here's the thing. Her fear isn't just holding her back. It's actually trapping her. Every time she thinks about sharing her art, that fixed mindset whispers, what if they don't like it? What if you're not as good as you think? And just like that, Sarah's dreams get pushed further and further away. This is where it gets interesting. A fixed mindset isn't just about negative thinking. It's a whole belief system that shapes our actions. It's like wearing a pair of glasses that only lets you see your limitations, never your potential. And the tricky part? Most of us don't even realize we're wearing these glasses. Now, research has shown that people with fixed mindset tend to shy away from challenges. They're more likely to give up when things get tough, and they often see effort as pointless. Well, why bother trying if I'm not naturally good at it, right? That's the fixed mindset talking, and it can seriously mess with your motivation and achievement. But here's the kicker. Sarah's story isn't unique. Many of us are letting our fears hold us back without even knowing it. Maybe you've always wanted to start a business, but you keep telling yourself, I'm not cut out for entrepreneurship. Or perhaps you've dreamed of learning a new language, but you've convinced yourself you're just not good with languages. Sounds familiar? Now, imagine if Sarah's fear wasn't actually protecting her, but holding her back. What if all those paintings she's kept hidden could have inspired someone? What if her art could have opened doors she never knew even existed? That's the twist in this story. Sometimes what we think is keeping us safe is actually the very thing preventing us from growing. Understanding your mindset is like finding the key to a locked door. Once you realize you're stuck in a fixed mindset, you've taken the first step to breaking free from those self-imposed limitations. It's like suddenly realizing you've been wearing those limitation glasses all along, and now you have the power to take them off. But don't worry, we're not leaving you hanging here. In the next part of this video, we're going to explore how a growth mindset can flip the script on our fears and failures. We'll see how changing the way we think about challenges and setbacks can open a whole new world of possibilities. So, let's get started. All right, let's flip the script on failure, shall we? Right? You've probably heard that failure is the best teacher. But what if I told you that your biggest flops could actually be the secret ingredient to your success? Sounds a bit wild, right? Yeah, I know. Stick with me, because we're about to dive into a mindset revolution that could change the way you look at challenges forever. Let's talk about Dr. Carol Dweck for a moment. I have done another video where I talk about her a lot. I'll link that somewhere here if you wanted to have a look. Dr. Carol Dweck is this incredible psychologist who's been studying something called the growth mindset for absolutely years. And let me tell you, her research is mind-blowing. It turns out the way we think about our abilities and challenges can actually make a huge difference in how we learn and grow. Now, imagine two people who are facing a tough problem. One throws their hands up and says, I can't do this, I'm just not smart enough. That's the fixed mindset talking. But the other person, they roll up their sleeves and say, you know what, this is tough, but I bet I can figure it out if I keep trying. That's the growth mindset in action. And here's the thing, having a growth mindset isn't about being Little Miss Sunshine all the time. It's not about plastering on a fake smile when things get tough. Rather, it's about seeing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. It's about getting excited about the process of improving, not just the end result. And guess what? The research backs this up. Studies show that people with a growth mindset tend to achieve more and bounce back faster when things don't go their way. Why? Because they're not afraid of making mistakes. They see each setback as a chance to learn something new. But let's be real for a second, right? Changing your mindset isn't like flipping a switch. It's more like learning a new language or perhaps picking up a musical instrument. It takes practice, persistence, and a whole lot of patience. You might catch yourself slipping back into old thought patterns, and that's okay. The key here is to keep working at it. Now, let's look at how some successful people have used failure as a stepping stone to success. You've probably heard of Thomas Edison, right? Well, he had this amazing way of looking at failure. He once said, I've not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Can you imagine that? Instead of getting discouraged, he saw each failed attempt as one step closer to success. But here's the secret. These successful people don't just try the same thing over and over and over again. They learn, adapt, and improve with each attempt. It's like they're playing a video game, and each time they lose, they come back with new strategies and skills. So, how can you start cultivating this powerful mindset in your own life? Well, it starts with how you talk to yourself. You see, the next time you face a challenge, try catching those negative thoughts. Instead of saying, I can't do this, just try, I can't do this yet, but I'm learning. Another great trick is to set small achievable goals. It's called the elastic habit method. The idea is to make change feel manageable. So instead of saying, I'm going to master a new language this year, you might start with, I'm going to learn 5 new words today. You see, these small wins can help build your confidence and reinforce that growth mindset. And here's a big one. Practice self-compassion. When things don't go as you planned, don't beat yourself up. Treat yourself with kindness, just like you would a good friend. Remember, failure is part of the growth process. It's not a sign that you're not good enough. It's just a sign that you're pushing yourself and learning. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but how do I keep going when things get really tough? Well, that's where the real magic of the growth mindset comes in. It's all about seeing the bigger picture. You see, each challenge, each setback is just one small part of your journey. It's not the end of the story. It's just the beginning of a new chapter. All right, now let's get down to business and build your growth mindset toolkit. You've heard about the power of changing your mindset, but how do you actually do it? Well, I've got some exciting news for you. It's not about making huge, dramatic changes. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The secret lies in something so small, you might not even believe it could make a difference. Enter the world of elastic habits. I briefly touched upon this a bit earlier. But let's look at this in a bit more detail now. This concept, introduced by Stephen Guise, is all about starting with tiny, achievable goals that are so easy you can't help but succeed. So imagine this. Instead of setting a goal to exercise for an hour every day, you start with just one push-up. That's it, just one push-up. It sounds almost too easy, right? But here's the thing. That one push-up is your ticket to building consistency and confidence. Now you might be thinking, but how can one push-up make any difference? Well, that's where the magic happens. You see, when you set these super small goals, you're tricking your brain into forming new habits without the pressure of perfection. It's like planting a tiny seed that, with consistent care, grows into something much bigger. Let me try and break it down. In the elastic habit system, you have 3 levels for each habit you want to build. So level 1 is your bare minimum, that one push-up we talked about. It should never take more than 2 minutes to complete. Level 2 might be 5 push-ups, and level 3 could be a full workout. The key is you must complete at least level 1 every day, but you're encouraged to do more if you feel up to it. This approach is genius because it takes away the all or nothing mentality that often leads to giving up. On days when you're feeling motivated, you might crush that level 3 workout. But on days when you're tired or busy, that one push-up is still a win. And here's a little secret. Once you've done that one push-up, you'll often find yourself doing more anyway. But what about those negative thoughts that creep in? You know, the ones that say, this is too hard or I'm not good enough. Well, I've got a simple trick for you. It's called the yet technique. Next time you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, add one little word, yet. I can't do this yet. See how that changes things? It opens up possibilities and reminds you that you're on a journey of growth. Now, let's talk about being kind to yourself. We're often our own worst critics, right? But practicing self-compassion is crucial when you're trying to change your mindset. It's all about treating yourself with the same kindness you'd show a good friend. So next time you face a setback, instead of beating yourself up, try saying something like, this is tough, but I'm doing my best and I'm learning. Here's another powerful tool for your toolkit. Seeking feedback. I know, criticism can feel like a punch to the gut. But what if you could see it as valuable information instead? Learning to view feedback as a tool for improvement rather than personal attack can be an absolute game changer. It's like having a GPS for your personal growth. It helps you navigate and adjust your course as you go. And speaking of navigation, let's talk about how we measure success. We often focus so much on results that we forget to celebrate the effort we put in. But here's the thing, recognizing the value in trying, regardless of the outcome, is the key to maintaining motivation. It's all about appreciating the journey, not just the destination. So, how do all these tools work together? Well, it's like rewiring your brain. Each time you set a tiny goal and achieve it, each time you add yet to a negative thought, each time you show yourself compassion or seek feedback, you're creating new neural pathways. You're literally reshaping your brain to embrace growth and resilience. Remember Sarah, a talented artist who was too scared to show her work? Well, guess what? She took that first tiny step, sharing just one painting online. And now she's gearing up for her very first gallery show. I know this because she's one of my clients. Of course, I've changed her name. Isn't it amazing how far a little courage can take you? But here's the thing. Your mindset isn't set in stone. It's more like Play-Doh, ready to be reshaped every single day. You have got the power to choose growth, to unlock all that potential hidden inside you. And you know what? It doesn't have to be huge leaps. Even small steps count. So, I've got a challenge for you. What's the one teeny tiny step you can take today to start your growth mindset journey? Maybe it's trying that new recipe you've been eyeing, or finally picking up that dusty guitar in the corner. Whatever it is, remember, it's not about being perfect. It's just about progress. Oh, and there's a cool trick I learned recently, shadow journaling. It's like having a heart-to-heart with yourself, but without all the judgment. You just write down your thoughts and behaviors, and it helps you understand why you feel certain ways. It's like shining a light on those tricky emotions and patterns we all have. So, what will it be? What's your first step towards growth today? Do tell me about it in the comment section below. Well, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.